International Women's Day 2015. I have watched the pain people go through, and I know it's not necessary. So I try to put myself in a position where I'd be able to help. I am satisfied with my life, but there's still so much to do for others. I hurt when they suffer. Dr. Faith Harding. Being asked to speak on behalf of Dr. Faith Harding gave me two feelings. The first was that of privilege, to stand in her light and in turn ask you to shine yours. The second was fear that I wouldn't be nearly as perfect at doing so. Let the women speak. Powerful words. My daughter asked me why there was no Men's Day, and my response to her was every day's Men's Day, laughing without thinking what I had really affirmed. In 1910, German socialist Louis Zietz proposed the idea of International Women's Day. It was a day that forums were held to strategize implementing equality. 100 years later, we have our foot in the door. The world physically has changed so much in 100 years, and we wonder why, as people, evolution is so slow. We put a human being on the moon, engineered cars that can park themselves, and yet Venus Williams had to fight an uphill battle to have Wimbledon pay the same prize money for matches to women in an industrialized country. Medicine has invented vaccines that save millions. We have the internet and supercomputers. And Malala was shot for wanting to go to school. Let the women speak. As recently as April 2014 in Guyana, Dr. Harding, along with 1 Billion Rising, the Caribbean American Domestic Violence Awareness CADVA, Red Thread, the Guyana Women's Miners Organization, Help and Shelter, and the men from the Salvation Army were among those that staged a protest in front of Parliament to remind the country that we must not be forgotten, nor are we the silent caregivers of yesterday. Women are the creators of life. We give birth to the population of the world. There is simply no one with the address planet Earth that isn't born of a woman. We nurture, we educate. We are the ones that give the moldings of the first years of life. Let us break into another 100 years by raising girls and boys as equals. In a stomach-churning documentary the BBC will air tonight, interviews with the men that raped and murdered the 23-year-old woman in New Delhi as part of its recognition of International Women's Day. In that documentary, it hits home that it is a mindset, a cycle of delinquency that is responsible. Let us raise our boys to let the women speak. Gender inequality is the cancer we have to screen for. The rape, sex trafficking, the marriage of our little girls, the termination of female fetuses, honor killings in the name of religion, female castration, unequal pay, workplace inequalities are the metastases that we keep trying to fight. Until the mindset changes, the cancer will thrive and continue to spread. The cure, the chemotherapy, is education. Dr. Faith Harding was all about education. She was never in favor of giving someone a handout. She felt it her duty to give the tools to empower. Education is power. With education, we can speak confidently. Let the women speak. The call to action demands of the 1 Billion Rising revolution of 2015 to create revolution and demand changes. Reiterating, change can happen if grassroots movements and marginalized communities are in the lead. We demand accountability. We harness our creativity and our great energy. We act now and we act together. Thank you.